welcome to another episode of Andy's Radio Review. Here, we have the Retekess WR-11 AM/FM weather band recorder, phone charger, flashlight, MP3 player, and Bluetooth speaker. So this is again from the same company that's known for the mini tiny AM/FM weather band radio. Here we are. Let's go over what the box says. Hand crank, powered by solar. See if we can get the camera to focus here. There we go. We have a phone charger, flashlight, DSP chip, broadcast receiver, automatic search. Supposedly this has 1,500 presets. Okay. It has a calendar, FM stereo, and an alarm clock. Let's see what else the box says. Yeah, see that? See, if it says the red, then this is it, because I don't know why they gave me the green looking picture, but I did look inside the box. Okay. So here we are. This is the weather band model. So we got to get it out. So this is what I'm going to do in order to get it out. I got to put the camera down for a second. And we'll get it out of its box. Alright, so like with every radio, got to push the buttons for good luck. So here we go. Okay. Don't want to play with the thing just yet. So we'll test the alarm in a little while. And of course, hopefully on Wednesday I should get the required weekly test from Upton. So, this is it right here, guys. This is the WR-11. Now, let's go into the specific pricing. If you look really hard on eBay, you can get this for a total of $28.99. Alright, so if you're in the following states: New Hampshire, Delaware, Montana, Oregon, 4 states, that will be the price without the sales tax. However, you have to account sales tax, so I paid a total of $31 thanks to New York State charging me 8%. Boo! So just keep that in mind. There's plenty of sales tax apps if you want to look them up on the iOS or Android stores. But in any regard, I want to show you the battery. So let's see if we can actually do this on camera. Don't think I'm going to be able to. Maybe I will, guys. Let's see. Maybe we might be able to put the battery in. No, it doesn't go this way. Oh no, I'm pretending like I'm in Toy Story when they're trying to get the battery in. Don't worry, we'll get this right. There we go, guys. I knew I would get it in, and this is how it did come in. We'll get it in. There we go. Okay. So I guess what I want to do is just go over a couple more features here. So there is a hand crank. Can't obviously crank it fast enough for you guys on a video, but that's the way it's going to have to be unless I can get quick power or plug it into a source for power. But we do have a headphone jack, USB. Here's the on-off switch, so let's see if that might do something. I don't know if it will, guys, but we'll see. But yes, we do have an input. We do have an output. Also came in the box was a manual. I think this is some kind of carrying strap with it. And then, of course, the plug with the charger. Yeah. So, also got a light. Yeah, nothing's working at the moment, but you know what? That's okay, guys. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So, yes, you got your light right here. Here's the antenna. Solar panel. I'm gonna get this one off. Put the camera down for a sec. Here we go. Okay, that's better. Solar power, yeah. Yeah, the little information right here in terms of how to power it up. It does confirm it has the weather channels. Yes, so 1 through 7, all right. And made in China. But guys, again, Retekess has been a very good company. They've been gaining a lot of traction lately. So, I'm very patient with them, and I'm glad I have been. So, now I'm going to figure out how to power on the radio. Alright, I finally got it powered on, but for whatever reason, when I unplug it, don't know what's up with that. That's a little bit weird. So, guess you gotta plug it back in to get it. I don't know, guys. I'll have a little patience for this. Believe me, it does, because the battery thing is flashing, but like I said, now we're gonna do moment of truth. Here's the siren test, guys. Yep, there it is. Very loud, if you ask me. So, only be used for real emergencies, or you need like an SOS call, or the battery needs something, or etc. So now we're gonna do a little band scan. I'm on AM first, and it actually got me to AM first, which that's actually very smart. I'm gonna give Retekess credit. They were very smart to have this on AM, because that's where you would assume the emergency alert system would get programmed.
President Biden has been speaking at the National Safer Communities Summit at the University of
Hartford.
Guys,
the panel celebrating sounds
the
great.
enactment of the first major gun safety package to pass Capitol Hill in 3 decades.
We did pass the most meaningful gun safety
Sounds
law in
great,
30
guys.
years. We did overcome an unrelenting opposition
For 28 hours, this
this
is a very interesting radio.
Will hide behind the belief
So this is how you tune the radio. You have to push the number 2 button. Well, no, that's not the button I was doing earlier. How do you tune? Oh, it's number 8. Actually, let's go down the dial to 770.
6 o'clock, right here on Music Radio 77 WABC. You can also hear
It's your cousin Brucey. How cool is that during a radio review? All right, let's go. Let's go to back to 880.
Police got a call here from this home on
I want to
Avenue near
keep it
Arthurfield
for
Road,
the Mets.
saying a 2-month-old infant inside had stopped breathing. That child
Because then what would be the point of going to 1010 when we can go to 92.3 FM? There's your Bluetooth. We're not going to do Bluetooth right now. That's a given. So how do you go to switching the bands? We'll find it. Don't worry, guys. We'll get to AM, FM. We'll find it. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Southwest wind at 14 knots, gusting to 17 knots.
Guys, listen.
The temperature was 65
TWO35.
At Bridgeport Harbor, a southeast wind at
So I'm going to put the camera down for a second. I want to see if I can pick up KZC 31. Oh, here it is.
At 3 p.m. At Sussex Airport, light rain was falling. The temperature was 63 degrees.
Yeah, you guys,
Wind was southeast at 5 miles.
Can you hear it a little bit? Here it is.
Was 29.70 inches and falling.
KZC 31. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you something important here. So if you hold this button down. There we go. I thought you had to hold it down. But if you push that button, it goes into alert mode, and you can't hear the NOAA weather radio. But you know what? It reminds me of the DT-800 from Sangean, and reminds me of the same thing with the Lijani. Can't do the same thing either. But at least with the Lijani, it doesn't make a loud noise, and you know, you hear the radio loud, it's like, oh, there's a warning, I need to listen to it. So yeah, you want something that wants the alert mode while you can listen to NOAA, you gotta go with the Midland. You gotta go with Sangean's DT-400, and then you got your CC Pocket as an option. So take that into consideration, but I don't do that since, you know, I don't want to be listening to alert mode unless I know it's Wednesday and there's a test. Okay, guys?
Chance of rain 40%.
So now let's go to FM.
Partly sunny.
The Rhode Island native's first book, The Orchard
And look at
Keeper,
that,
was
guys.
published in 1965.
My local NPR station's
He
the
wrote
first to
12
be
novels
here.
throughout his career, each
That's
cementing
pretty
his
cool.
status as one of America's most prominent authors. His stories
Okay.
were often dark, violent, and male-dominated.
So here's a negative, guys.
Regardless of immigration status,
Yeah, you can't go by
card.
individual number.
NYC.gov/311
Okay.
and say ID.
Well, on FM you can.
Cross Bronx Expressway. And when you do get
Oh,
over to New
Jeff
Jersey,
McKay's
both
doing
turnpike spurs are a
traffic
mess
today.
heading south to Newark, the delays all the way back to the Vince Lombardi service area, and we've got huge troubles in Queens, the Jackie Robinson Parkway. That remains closed on the westbound side at Forest Park. You got emergency crews on scene with a big accident being worked on. There will be
Wow,
delays
you
on
can
the way
hear
to
the
Jackie
bass
Robinson,
in
an
Jeff's
absolute
voice
must to avoid
today.
right now. And as you travel down the Van Wyck, they did clear an accident on the way through Jamaica Avenue. I'm Jeff McKay of the Next Report 351. 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
We're getting off to a soggy start this weekend. Let's check in with AccuWeather's John Furyk for
Yeah,
an
it was
update.
raining earlier.
Let's take a look at winds off the
I
radar
barely
right
got
now.
the
Heavy
package
rain
in
has
before,
shifted to the
you know,
east,
and my
impacting
dad was
portions
the
of
one who
Long
barely
Island
got it
now,
in
up
in
into
time.
southwest Connecticut, portions of the Hudson Valley getting hit pretty hard with some heavy rain. Certainly a lot of ponding out there on the roads.
But yeah, guys, that was pretty cool. I didn't expect Jeff McKay to actually be on during a radio review, guys. That's crazy. Who would have thought that in a million years? Because I'm like, wait a minute. Normally this is when Greg Rice is doing the traffic report, but today he's not. Okay, guys, so another thing we need to do, and one of my viewers, Joy Jung, he always asks me to do this every time I review these, because hopefully I'm going to get one more. I keep saying one more radio, but I want one more in mind, which I'll hopefully get before the end of the year, since it's not urgent. Yep, WMYZ. There you go, Joy. 87.7. He's watching. He always gets curious if these radios always does it. I just want to hear the lady speaking. I want to hear how her voice is coming in for a second. Because there's a gentleman apparently on the telephone right now. Look, it says HR-11W.
그런 거를 그리워하기도 하고 그리고 이제 뭐 이제 그런 다 내용들이에요. 제가 겨울에 이거
시간 2분 있습니다.
12분 안에 이제 이거
Yeah,
사랑 얘기일 때
a little bit bassy. I could tell.
그 사랑이 아니야 다른 사랑이.
Yeah.
그럼 옆으로 돌아앉아 옆으로.
Not a loud station like 92.3 is. Maybe it's just audio distortion, but I still hear some bass, which is very good. So before we continue with the FM band scan, I want to mention that this radio is based on another Kato model called the KA680, which is $50. Okay, let's go now to 107.9. If I had more free range, I could be able to pick it up, but it is picking up pretty well. Okay. 107.1 from Briarcliff Manor, okay. I don't know if I could be able to pick up WKMK. I'll have to try it another time. I want to see if WHUD is going to come in. Pick it up.
And coming to Bethel Woods, July 2nd. And for Father's Day, you're going to finish a dad joke. How about that, all right? And a reminder, too, Mike Bennett.
This is 100.7 WHUD from Peekskill.
Farms in Middletown on Road 211 East has been postponed until next Wednesday. So do not go over right now to see Mike Bennett, but do go because Adams is wonderful. But Mike is going to be there next Wednesday, 4 to 6. Okay, Adams Furacre Farms in Middletown on Route 211 East. You can stop by still next Wednesday with Mike, 4 to 6. Spin the prize wheel, maybe win some K-Fest 23.
Let's go down to WKJY 98.3. All right, and there's WKJY. There it is. Coming in very well, guys. So, again, if I unplug this, it's going to turn off. Just watch. So, I'm going to have to figure out how to keep this plugged in for a while. So, yeah, a little bit of an idea of how the radio quality is. Definitely sounds very good. And the reception-wise, again, it's pretty good again. But again, I don't think I'm going to be able to get some power in this thing until I get the battery charged. So I'll figure that out, and I'll show you the SD card feature, and I'll show you the Bluetooth feature as well. Well, we'll talk about the flaws. And I don't want to get upset about it, guys, because I just don't think it's worth the time and the patience to rant and rave. But, guys, I want to show you something with my J401 very briefly here. So, look at this. I'm going to briefly record this, okay? And look at this.
Never have to pay a price for their inaction.
Mr. Biden said he and Connecticut's delegation have grown closer after the deadly Sandy Hook shooting. The
records in 320.
Price for their inaction.
Mr. Biden said he and Connecticut's delegation have grown closer after the death.
I'm kind of disappointed, being honest, because I found out, and even as I was looking in the manual, this can only record at 128 gigs. That made me very disappointed. And supposedly the battery doesn't want to charge. I tried everything, and you know what? I don't want to get upset about it, you know? Because now I could just use this as another way to get alerts and whatever. And I'm honestly not going to do the weekly required, knowing that I got to plug it in. It's like, what would be the point? You know? I mean, maybe Retekess gave me a defective model. I don't know, but maybe there's hope, and maybe in the future I can get this taken care of. But I do want to show you the Bluetooth and the MP3 feature. I mean, this does record my voice, but for that I would, to be honest, rather use the J401. Just being honest with you guys right now. Okay, guys. So I figured I do want to show you the MP3 playback feature. Now, a little disclaimer. You can laugh. you can cry, you can even shed a tear if some of these nostalgic radio memories come back to you. But I've compiled a couple of classic top-of-the-hour air checks from a few radio stations from New York to Philadelphia, and even a couple from Delmarva you might recognize. So without further ado, here we go. So what I have to do first, go here, and then we're going to go to the next one. There we go.
Town without checking the weather forecast. Listen to 1010 Winds Travelers Weather every morning and evening on WINS New York. Group W, a Westinghouse broadcasting station, serving New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut in AM stereo.
Remember that used to be a thing?
All news, all the time. This is WINS. You give us 22 minutes. We'll give you the world.
Good evening. 40 degrees at 9 o'clock on this Sunday, December 25th. I'm Palmer Payne. Here's what's happening. 1,300 homeless New Yorkers enjoyed a free Christmas dinner at an expensive Manhattan hotel. An Episcopalian church official blames Mayor Koch for higher numbers of homeless.
Let's skip ahead.
Kelly Clarkson, you have the only station in America that gives you your music your way. Radio Disney.
WQEW New York. Radio Disney.
Yeah, remember that used to be a thing when Disney actually had radio stations? Yep. WQEW. I remember this very well. Okay, next one.
Get ready for suburbs. Don Alexander, NBC News.
All right! It's 1:05 at WNBC, New York. Yeah! NBC 66, WNBC.
The Wolfman! Yeah! True story, he was on WNBC when Howard Stern and Don Imus were on there. When I found this, I was like, wow, I do remember somebody told me the Wolfman check was on WNBC back in those days. Alright, so let's go to the next one.
Not your ordinary electronics store. Here's Joe Towson.
Wake up with Imus in the morning and drive home with Mike and the Mad Dog in the afternoon. All here on your flagship station for New York sports. The Fan, Sports Radio 66, WFAN New York, an Infinity broadcasting station. WFAN 2020 Sports.
Oh, I used to remember hearing that even when they began the 1019, and then they just changed the jingles. Thank you, Odyssey. So, before we move on, I want to acknowledge that Craig Carton is leaving WFAN. And he's going to be doing a full-time show on Fox Sports 1. Well, he's already begun it, but yep, he's leaving on June 30th. And Tiki Barber will be taking over the afternoon show with Evan Roberts. So, just want to acknowledge that. Let's go to the next clip.
Cloudy, 39 degrees. I'm Tony Guida.
News, traffic, and weather. On air, online. We are News Radio, WCBS New York.
Oh, I used to remember how dramatic WCBS 880's jingle was.
Westchester's soft favorites. AM 1230, WFAS. White Plains, Westchester, a Cumulus media station.
Oh, okay. So I'll explain this backstory of AM 1230. For a long time, they used to be a soft adult contemporary format, and even I remember that, like WHLI, and now WHLI is playing the oldies of Long Island, true oldies, if you want to count 98.1 out in Suffolk.
All sports, all day, every day.
from the Entergy Studios, this is CBS Sports Radio, home of Gio and Jones in the morning, on AM 1230 WFAS White Plains.
And for a time, AM 1230, before they became all digital news talk on AM 1230 on the HD nowadays, they used to be CBS Sports Radio. Yep.
Top of the Empire State Building, 97.1 WQHT, New York. 97.
Oh goodness, try doing that jingle. Top. So, I'll explain Hot 97's history briefly. So, Hot 97 used to be Hot 103.5, and sometime in 1988, they swapped formats. So, Country 103.5 ended up on there, Hot 97 moved down the dial, and the rest is history, because Hot 97 is still on the air, and 103.5 is supposedly the beat of New York. But, yeah, when you play the same format as new 102.7, doesn't sound unique. So, I hate radio. Yes, that's what I'm going to call them. You need to pay attention and realize that, your listeners want the old school dance music back from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, because you're going to attract a lot of people on your app throughout the country if you want them to download it. All right, next station.
WRKS FM, New York City.
98.7 KISS FM. Home of the KISS Wake Up Club. It's a KISS FM Love Fest winning weekend. Your free tickets to one of our intimate concerts is...
Yes, KISS FM 98.7 WRKS before they became 98.7 ESPN, home of the Knicks and the Rangers. You know, in this jingle, they forgot to acknowledge Michael Baston, who was a very popular DJ in New York, but I think he was nationally syndicated at one time. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody can clear that up in the description below.
On the way.
From the top of the Howard Stern Building, WXRK, New York, 92.3 K-Rock.
Yeah, I had to add K-Rock, so that may have made you laugh a little bit. Probably it did. I don't know if it did, but yeah. K-Rock. This was before Howard Stern went to Sirius XM. Mm-hmm.
New York Harbor, along the Jersey Shore, and along the North Shore of Long Island. We want to take a moment to thank our sister station, 92.3 Now, for allowing us to broadcast 1010 Wins during this time of emergency. This is 1010 Wins. Sarah Miller, our service aide, Julie Vaughn, the writer. Jim Maloney is at the editor's desk. And I'm Paul James. Our coverage continues with Larry Mullins coming up next. This is WXRK-FM and HD1 New York.
Okay, so I will explain this one. And I remember this very well, and even my mom told me the story of how this happened. So, Superstorm Sandy knocked out the AM 1010 signal. The antenna got knocked down in New Jersey during Superstorm Sandy. And for a brief time, 1010 Wins was knocked off the air, and they had to be on 92.3. And to this day, 92.3 is simulcasting 1010 Wins FM. Which I do have an air check that I want to submit to tophour.net. And I want to thank the guys over there for supplying some of this stuff.
It's a free Rock Weekend.
Freedom.
Free FM. WFNY FM. New York. And streaming at 923freefm.com.
Yeah, that was Free FM. Anybody remember that in New York?
From the DuckDuckGo studios, this is WNYL and WNYL HD New York. Home of Elliot in the Morning and New York's alternative rock. All day. Listen live on the free Odyssey app. Alt 92.3.
I know somebody watching specifically is probably crying a little bit right now. TV, AM, FM, LY probably might have just shed a little tear. But, yeah, wanted to add that. Found it from Supled's Radio Archive on YouTube.
1855. WNYM, Hackensack. The talk of New York. AM 970, The Apple. Streaming now at am970theapple.com.
Yep, so that was when AM 970 was just starting its talk format back in 2008. And they still have the same call letters, WNYM, AM 970, the answer. And apparently that's what the, what's the syndicated radio network for Mike Gallagher? I'm trying to think of it right now. It's on the top of my head. Salem Radio, that's the one. Yeah, Salem Radio now has the syndication rights. But supposedly Mike Gallagher is on 105.9 down in Delmarva. I just want to mention we don't get Mike Gallagher in New York till 10 on AM 970 because Jersey Joe Piscopo's on till then.
VerizonWireless.com. WCTZ Stanford and worldwide at 967thecoast.com. Do your friends and coworkers call you?
96.7 The Coast. That was when everybody was trying to copycat adult contemporary music.
Sometimes the wrong directions bring you to the right place.
WPLJ-FM and HD1 New York, a Cumulus station.
We are so glad you found us. Come on in. Make yourself at home.
New York's 95.5.
Wow, WPLJ, guys. This was before they left there.
WNSH, Newark, New York, a Cumulus station. Powered by Nash, country for life. America's country station.
This is Carrie Underwood.
This is Luke Bryan. They're all here on the world's biggest country station. The all-new
Yep, the sad tale of country music in New York, which, you want country music, you gotta get an HD radio. Or turn to desperation like I do and listen to Thunder 106. Or, if you're lucky enough to be in Suffolk County, you got 96.1 WJVC. Get to the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the greatest city in the world, New York, greatest hits of all time. 101.1 WCBS FM, New York. Hall of Fame.
9 o'clock with Mike Fitzgerald. Welcome to Monday Night 70.
Yep. Can't believe I'm actually playing that, guys, but that was CBS FM's really old format. Oh boy, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I really wish New York was still played at the top of the hour, but the way CBS FM nowadays with Odyssey, it's like ugh. Now I can understand why Antenna Man's upset with corporate radio. And I can also understand why Robert, a.k.a. Hobbyman ZXC, is upset with corporate radio, too.
We're going to pay tribute to the
Bel Air Mountain in High Mount, New York.
100.7 WHUD Peekskill.
Westchester and the Hudson Valley's music station.
For more than a century.
Anybody notice the THX theme was used there? Yeah. I mean, I just feel like John Tesh gets too much syndication, but he does give good advice. He really does. I will mention that.
The hospital.
West Airlines. Some people just know how to fly. Now back to Isaac Hayes and Friends on 1998.7 KISS, WRKS FM, New York.
Giving you something you can feel. Isaac Hayes and the morning.
Wake up with him. You'll love him.
Yeah, another old KISS FM jingle. Let's move on.
This is 77 WA.
Ah, you guys might recognize this one. Who doesn't recognize this? 6 p.m. on Saturday night.
Can't you hear that drum man now, baby? Baby, don't you wanna clap your hands now, baby? Come on, let's go, go, go. What a boogie show. Come on and go, go, go. With Cousin Brucey. Go, go.
Yep. So I had to add that in, guys. And I even found an old WABC jingle.
This is America's most listened to country radio station.
WYNY, New York, Country 103.5.
You guys are going to cry if
Good
you might
afternoon,
know the
everybody.
station.
Welcome to our new address. Hey, we're going to have a housewarming or what, now that you're here at our new address. Country 103.5 is still WYNY. Still your back-to-back country favorites. My name is Dan Daniel. You can just say I'm Triple D live on Country 103.5. And between now and 6 o'clock, do we have some of your favorites or what? We have Dan Seals, Roseanne Cash, Michael Martin Murphy. And now, starting this first half hour, Alabama.
Country 103.5.
Country 103 WYNY. Lake Success, New York City. A Westwood One station.
Now, again, I gave a disclaimer. You can laugh or you can cry. It's okay if you want to take out the tissues. But, yes. I mean, I don't feel like laughing or crying right now. I just want to mention that... why can't we have a country classic station in New York? Because Dallas has one, I think. It's on the I Hate Radio app. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call them. I Hate Radio. Because they don't like New York. Except Light FM. I will give them credit. They do a good job with Light FM. And maybe C100. And maybe Q1043. But the reason why I call them that is because, again, they don't like KTU for whatever reason.
This is the beat of New York. WKTU, Lake Success, New York. 103.5, the new KTU. Home of the KTU $1 million money vault.
What's up?
Yeah, see what I mean? That's the KTU I used to remember.
This is Ashanti, and I'm
Hospital and a member of Catholic Health Services of Long Island.
Broadcasting live from Airport Plaza, B103, WBCO, Bayshore.
from now through.
Yeah, I used to remember when I was in summer camp and I wanted to listen to the oldies before CBS FM came back on. This was the station I would rely on. B103. And now Now look what B103 has become. No DJs and a bunch of overplayed stuff that I could just hear on WBAB. That's why I prefer WBAB.
Valentine's Day.
You found Delmarva's newest country station, WKHI Fruitland, a Great Scott broadcasting station. Hot Country, 107.7.
Yeah, so that's what used to be on 107.7, then moved down the dial and became 103.9 FM WRDE, another Draper's Holding station, and now in Delmarva on 107.7 we have classic rock, which I'm very happy about. So again, this is why I keep telling Hobbyman ZXC I prefer the Delmarva market, because the radio stations are 10 times better down there.
WQHQ Ocean City, Salisbury. Online at www.q105fm.com. 104.7 Q105.
It's still amazing how long Q105's been on the air down there in Delmarva.
Award benefits the Mardella Junior Senior High School Band.
Clear Channel Worldwide. WFG, Ocean City, Salisbury, Froggy999.com.
Yep, Froggy Country, 99.9. You know, a long time ago, from what somebody posted on aircheck.net, there was, let me think, right. It used to be an old pop station. Now it's country. Well, it's still country.
Well, now you're the only woman.
WISX Philadelphia, an iHeart radio station.
Finally, a radio station playing nothing but relaxing favorites while you work.
These relaxing favorites.
This is 106.1.
Yep, that was before 106.1 La Rumba got on the air.
WIOQ Philadelphia. Grab the volume and listen closely. What now? The Q102 Hot 8 at 8. Operators have been logging your request all day.
Q102, classic air check from almost 30 years ago. Nice.
Still 59. KYW News Time, 8 o'clock. All news, all the time. KYW News Radio. From Independence Mall, this is News Radio, KYW 1060 Philadelphia, an Infinity Broadcasting Station serving Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware.
I always look forward to hearing that jingle when I'm traveling down the New Jersey Turnpike, or always spent most of my summers in southern New Jersey. Yeah, kind of have some nostalgic memory, guys.
94 WYSP Philadelphia. Cousin Ed rocks nights on 94 WYSP. The 94. Come on, right now! 94 WYSP. Right now! New Rock Rumble.
Anybody remember that before they became full-time Talk 94 WIP Sports Talk? If only the rock music would be back full-time, but wait a minute, it's on the HD. Yeah, no DJs. Doesn't that kind of remind you of Alt 92.3 in New York with HD2?
Chancellor Broadcasting, WBLI, Patchogue, Westbury, Huntington. Long Island's 30-minute music marathon station.
106.1 Long Island.
You know what's amazing with WBLI? They've had the same call letters now for 50 plus years.
Stop. Dealer sets actual price. See dealer for details.
Chancellor Broadcasting, WALK-FM, Patchogue.
This summer, driving to your...
Yep, WALK, before they became another copycat of 1027, the new 1027. Ugh. Hot adult contemporary. Get out of here with that. And Delmarva, don't even get me started with 102.5. Ugh.
Hess Station is like
WJBC, Center Moriches, New York. A JVC broadcasting company. Finally, a country radio station broadcasting from Long Island. And worldwide at licountry.com.
Hi, this is Rascal Flatts. I want to give a big shout out to My Country 96.1 right here. Finally brought country music back to Long Island, baby.
We are the new leader in country music and proud of it. This is Long Island's home for country. My Country 96.1.
Gotta give it up to them.
Which, again, I want to mention, I did pick them up in Comac. So, just want to mention that.
Love 96.1 is WLVG Center Moriches.
Yep, that was what used to be on 96.1 before they became country.
Broadcasting from the heart of Long Island at 94.3 FM and on the web at WMJCFM.com.
The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and now.
94.3 WMJC, Smithtown.
More nostalgia, guys. That's all I gotta say.
This is WLNG FM, Sag Harbor. Mutual News.
Yeah, again, feel free to shed a tear because that's what WLNG used to sound like before Bill Evans and Barking Up the Dog's radio took it over. Let's just say it doesn't sound the same anymore.
1100 WHLI Hempstead, broadcasting live from Airport Plaza, Farmingdale, since 1947. Long Island's radio station.
Yeah. I used to remember they used to play soft favorites.
800-815-2759.
WODE Easton is 99.9 The Hawk. You've dreamt about having one of your own. You see all the fun your friends.
99.9 The Hawk. Guys, let me tell you, I mean, I have so many memories about The Hawk, listening to them on I-78 going to Dorney. It's, I still can't believe I picked them up in that Trapo session a couple weeks ago.
The station you're hearing right now is 99.9 FM, 7 o'clock at WHXC, Eastern Allentown, Phillipsburg, Bethlehem, giving you more music and more fun in the summer of 91.
Now, if anybody's been in the Lehigh Valley for that long, they certainly might remember that station.
From New Jersey's most listened to station, New Jersey 101.5 Radio News starts now.
I certainly remember when New Jersey 101.5 used to have a simulcast in South Jersey, but no longer.
Eligibility for coverage is based on SBLI's underwriting review.
WEBE Westport, a Cumulus media station. Weeby 108.
With guaranteed $1,000 cash giveaways 3 times each weekday. Good morning. It's 10 o'clock.
Weeby 108.
I'm Danny Lyons, 8 minutes away from another name and another guaranteed $1,000 cash and the most music.
Weeby 108, Connecticut.
You know, to this day, Danny Lyons is still on Weeby 108. So was Jose Colon. So was Stormin' Norman. Still the great staff at WEBE-FM. Hang on, guys.
Eligibility for coverage is based on...
Star 99.9 WEZN FM Bridgeport. Hi there. I know it's late and I know.
Yeah, I used to remember when Delilah was on WEZN. No longer anymore.
You're tired. I hope you have enjoyed.
Between Bull's Head and Ridgeway Shopping Centers.
WCTC Stanford and worldwide at 967thecoast.com.
Yeah, another thing.
Required. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply.
WLTW New York. And now, another long set of light songs on New York's one and only light music station. 106.7 Light FM.
You know, Billy Joel is considered light.
It's getting late in the day. This wouldn't be a bad place to camp out.
WMXB, New York.
The 105 days of summer.
Yep, that used to be what 105.1 here in New York used to sound like. Now for our last clip.
SweetJack.com.
1039 WFAS-FM and HD1 Bronxville, New York. A Cumulus station powered by...
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
Hey, we're fun. Hi, I'm Gautier.
Hey, it's Katy Perry.
Hey, my name is Jesse. My name is Adam. We're from Band Maroon 5.
Transmitting live from our FAS-FM Entergy studio.
So you guys get the idea. I mean, that's all there is to it, you know? So you have your delete files, and we're not going to do that. I want to hit the exit. I want to go to mode.
Hours and fun.
Okay.
Music for you, Westchester, Rockland, and the Bronx. We are 103.9
That doesn't help me. Oh, okay, good. So, I want to show you the non-copyright music. Yeah, I know, I'm getting a little carried away.
I feel so alive.
Town without checking.
Alright, so you got the idea. So I did show you guys the flashlight or no? Okay, here's the flashlight. Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So look how bright this light is, guys. Woo! Okay, so that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, you know, as I said, it's going to take a while for me to have this ready for emergencies. So, I do have an aux cord to record NOAA weather radio, and, you know, I'm not going to make it a big federal case that I can't record certain stuff, but, yeah. I just hope that maybe somebody can help me with my battery issue. I just don't know why I put the battery in. It just doesn't want to go cordless. I mean, look. What's wrong with it, guys? So I'll figure it out in the future, or I don't know. I'm not upset about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope you guys enjoyed that little trip down memory lane. So it's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.